Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages.
It's horrible.
Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
In which we swim.
Yes, I know, right?
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with.
And with whom you're
How
dealing.
much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole $1,000,000?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
But you'll dabble. So, that's more important. This wise and gold police chief is seeing it all. But yeah, dabbling with them out is a good idea. Apparently. Or no, not the Sands Mafia, but I'll do petty stuff.
Okay. Yes, but come tomorrow. What?
Personally, I never do. It's either yes or no for me, because I don't want to mess up my shift. So I always try to balance the people between shift A and shift B, and then when I'm tired, so it's either yes or no.
Roy,
He's only at 5. You're not going to lose anything if you send him away, you know?
No.
So adding a strike boosts their experience, or their professionalism. And can also help their performance. And you can help. But I don't give stripes to try to encourage people to be better. I reward the people who are better.
Right.
I don't know if that's the right way to play the game, but that's what I did.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Stovall probably needs another one.
Having to deal with this ragtag crew.
I'm just saying. How do I do that? Can I just do this?
Yeah. Alright, so we have
Just at
Lieutenant
4,
Stovall now. Officer, Lieutenant, Captain, is that how it goes?
I don't know. What?
The police ranking is a bit different.
What is this? No.
Their records, you get to choose which one you want to listen
No,
to.
no.
Or not.
No.
Chopin.
I'm a, It's a bit touchy.
Listen to Nocturne in B major.
What else?
Just click on it. Performed by Schwan Hay.
What? What? Why I gotta fire people?
You don't. Go to affairs. I think you can also click on City Hall. No, maybe not. You have to click on the police station to bring that up. Click on labor market, brings up people you can hire, should you so choose. Looks as of right now you can hire one more cop and one more detective.
Probably should do that, don't you think?
I like to keep well stocked. Yes, there's a detective named just in case.
Do I need another detective?
You do if you want to balance out your 2 shifts.
I can't click.
It's not letting you close. You have to.
So I'll choose.
So right now, Shift B has the 3 detectives and it's 1 fewer officer. So if you hire an officer for Shift B and a detective for Shift A, you'll be balanced.
Do I know anyone? Why don't know as they all the same price?
Yeah.
Well, I might as well hide the most professional one, right?
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. For Shift B.
Okay, you have to help me keep track of those.
Yep.
No way in God's name or whatever.
And then you go to personnel. It's not letting you hire the other guy right now. And you can always fire somebody. But generally you have to have cause, or else they can raise a stink.
Yeah, I know. I don't need to do that right
It will just click. You have to click on somebody.
now. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I don't think you have to actually confirm it. You do have to click on fire. So fire legally. You cannot fire legally because he did not.
Oh, okay.
He does not meet any of those
Okay.
requirements. So you can close and he won't be fired.
Okay.
Then you can go back to labor market and pick out your detective. Shift A. How would you hire old lady professionalism 100 for your detective?
Like, right?
11 in progress.
Here?
Vandalism at St. John's Cathedral. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot... Hit that guy. Discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more.
So I can't. Where are my detectives?
This is not a detective case. Those come up purple. And have the guy with a magnifying glass on it.
Alright, well,
I don't think you see a detective case for a while, but there's a later point where you have a lot of cases going, so it's kind of weird.
Okay, so maybe somebody, because nobody's there right now. Samadhi and Butch Jr.
Birch?
Whatever.
You're on there, Butch. Sir, my name is Birch. Whatever, Butch. Get out there. That's funny. You should be laughing.
What?
What? Vandalism at Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car.
3?
No, you don't have to send 3.
Pretty
you can send
sure
1.
I'm gonna send 2.
You can send none if you want.
Pretty sure it's just only 2.
Sometimes there are so many calls. If you answer the false alarm, you don't have people to send to.
Right.
Excuse me for yawning. Vandalism. Offender escaped. Your guys were too unprofessional, and they're now worse. -10 to both.
Oh.
Suspicious individual at Eddie's Burgers. A waitress named Mila reports that she just served a Chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger.
Pretty sure I'll just send 1 person. I can send him because his professionalism like super high.
So even if there's a real crime, he'll still deal with it.
Right.
If there's a problem, he'll solve it.
Right. Yo, he'll solve it.
Oh, vandalism.
Man. Oh.
Robbins and Birch. Shift A is just not
Dude, there's not.
cut it here.
Damn. That's terrible.
The good news is if they keep failing assignments, you can fire them and hire some competent people.
Right.
Suspicious. Stovall. False alarm. Waitress said mistaken retired officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. It's a great thing.
Oh, these are non-police, like not criminal requests for the police. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again. Now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside club is stretching out round the block at 4:15 p.m. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks.
I don't think so.
Can you spare an officer to assist the people? This is how you can get some extra equipment and generally extra money.
Oh, well then I'll send this guy, because he's obviously not good at other things.
Couldn't solve the church case, right?
Right, but like there was nobody like there.
It sounded like there was nobody.
Yeah.
He said like, oh, this is an overnight deal, and I just saw this morning, apparently.
Right, well that's what I thought too, so.
Sometimes that description at the end is a little weird. Drug sales at Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena.
What?
An anonymous call just
What?
came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers.
Really? Fine. Robbins and Grant. No, Robbins and Birch. Oh, fine, those two, because if it's legit.
140 and 85 might still be a stretch. Ooh, gotta hurry. Suicide threat. Fleet Street. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline is threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again.
Gee, what, these two guys?
Sam Sorkin report. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind me taking me on. I guess I just wasn't cut out to be a cop.
Well, good. No.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Boyd. $4,500 for you. That goes into your coffer, and you can hire a new cop for Shift A.
Thank God.
Jonathan Hode is your best option at this point. Well, or whoever Daniel is the same. Albert Daniel.
Whatever. Let's do this guy. So which one? We
Shift A, so you got now, or somebody quit.
Thank God. I fired him and got somebody better. That's wonderful.
Too bad it couldn't have been one of the butches.
Oh, yeah, right.
So no more new calls will come in at the end of the day, but you have to wait for these to resolve. As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Pretend to be a customer, watch him carefully, or take him onto the ice. Ding. Done. And those is one more case course, those two are going to. Suicide threat. Oh.
Damn you, Birch.
He looks so sad about his failure, too. Oh.
I don't see how he...
I tried, Chief.
I don't see how the offender escapes.
There's a suicide threat, so did he kill himself?
Right, well that's what I want to know.
If he failed, it should be civilians dead.
Right.
Whatever.
Whatever. What's going to have to take this guy out?
It's telling you that he has quit. He is.
Oh.
Alright, no cutscene today. But it's probably time to cut the episode.
What? It's fun! I'm having fun!
Well, I mean, maybe we'll say goodnight, keep recording, this will be episode 2.
What time is it?
It is 11:25.
Oh, shysters.
So, quitting?
Yeah,
I think
how
you
do
can
I do
hit
that?
escape.
No wonder I'm tired.
Hold on, don't hit exit yet. We gotta say goodbye.
Oh yeah, I'm saying goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.